What's going on, everybody? Teresa and I are just making a quick video to go over and talk about all the different things that happened at the Game Awards yesterday. So, we're going to just kind of dive right into it here. God, I'm going to switch my screen for a second so I can have this pulled up. We won't take too much time to go over all of these. As we said in the previous video, we're not concerned about esports or, those sorts of things. Good for you guys if you like them, but not our thing.
Congrats to the winners.
There we go. Most anticipated game, we were going with FF16 just because, that's our favorite. But I'm also not surprised, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Ended up taking that. It's also a hotly anticipated game. We've kind of been clamoring for a sequel to Breath of the Wild, so the trailers look good. It's probably going to be good.
I'm going to agree, although I would have liked to see FF16, but hey, we got a release date for FF16 out of the deals.
That's right.
So, all to the good.
6/22, baby! Diablo 4. I'm sorry, bud. You're going to get crushed.
And Baldur's Gate waiting excitedly for you too.
That's right. Baldur's Gate. We'll talk about some of the reveals, I guess, here in a bit. Mm-hmm. But Baldur's Gate, also hotly excited for that. But going over here. Best adaptation, I know Arcane on Netflix got that. I still need to finish watching it. I mean, it seems like a neat show. Cool. Debut indie, Stray got that. Not surprised. I think they also got something else as well for one of these other ones. Best sim and strategy. I am surprised that Total War Warhammer 3 did not get that.
Same.
I'm just completely, I love Mario, but Mario and Rabbids, Sparks of Hope got the, okay, I guess, but, Warhammer 3, big strategy franchise, has been well received for a long time. My computer won't run it very well. But, it looks good.
Yeah.
Surprised. Let's see. The best fighting game. I can't really comment. Best role-playing game, though, of course, went to Elden Ring.
Yep.
Because it's the best role-playing game. I don't know what to tell you. Triangle Strategy was out there. Xenoblade was out there. Would have been, I don't know. It might have been kind of cool to see Xenoblade win it, just to see, kind of an anime-inspired JRPG take it. But all the same, Elden Ring ended up with it. Not entirely surprised at all. It's an excellent game. If you haven't played it, check it out. Teresa just recently started playing it in earnest. And hasn't quit yet. So,
and as you can see, all my hair is intact.
I don't know. I think it's a wig. Is it a wig? No, it's not a wig. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, best role-playing game. Action adventure. Of course, went to God of War. It's a fun action adventure game, even though there's some things about it that kind of rankle my nerves. Like the way that Odin speaks is the biggest thing. Other than that, it feels more like, kind of like how you have Spider-Man Miles Morales, where it's essentially an expansion to Spider-Man for PlayStation. God of War Ragnarok is really kind of an expansion of God of War 2018. It's still fun. If you enjoyed it, check it out. But some of the music gets reused, and that sort of stuff. Like it didn't feel new enough to me that it didn't feel like an expansion. But still, excellent choice to win on that one. Horizon being in the run, boy, Horizon didn't win a thing yesterday. They really just kind of got smashed. I mean, they got caught, came out right around the same time Elden Ring had come out, similarly to how the first Horizon came out around the same time that Breath of the Wild had come out, and really just kind of got left in the dust. So sorry, Horizon fans, but damn. Meanwhile, over at so then you have best action game as opposed to action adventure. I guess action adventure having RPG elements, where action game is just more, straight up action. Bayonetta 3, not surprised. We figured, we figured it would go to that. I'm sure Call of Duty folks are disappointed that Modern Warfare 2 didn't get it, but I also wouldn't have been surprised if Ninja Turtles had gotten that. I really enjoyed that game, but hey, Bayonetta 3, there we go. Best AR and VR. Innovation and accessibility. Pretty much expected that. God of War's accessibility features, that's the best thing about the game. If you've seen me playing it a bit on the stream, I've used a few of those. The accessibility features are top notch. Every developer needs to look at God of War Ragnarok for accessibility features. Fantastic. Best community support, of course, was Final Fantasy XIV. Come on now. Once again, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Yoshi P, and the free trial of Final Fantasy XIV, which you can play up to level 60, and the award-winning expansion, Heavensward? Get on that shit. Stop watching this video right now. Go do that. Leave a thumbs up, though, before you go. So,
sub would be nice, too.
Yeah, sub to the channel as well before you go. But go do that right now. Mobile games, we don't care. You know what? Here's kind of a I don't know if Stray should have got both of these. It seems like a duplicate category, okay? Best debut indie and best indie. And if I'm remembering correctly, Stray got both of those. If I go back over debut indie goal. Yeah. Yeah. So Stray got both of those. That feels like a redundant category. I don't know. But it looks cool. I'll have to try it out. The cat's cute, so.
I am a little surprised about Vampire Survivor not getting anything, but
true. That game is highly addictive and tons of fun. You probably, if you look on the channel, you'll see some of my streams of me playing that as well. Best ongoing game again this year. I don't know if you've heard about this game called Final Fantasy XIV with its award-winning expansion, Heavensward. You can play for free at level 60. Go do it right now if you haven't done it already.
Especially if you like dragons.
That's right. Get on it. I will sing that game's praises until the sky falls. Let's see here. Best performance was, of course, Christopher Judge. I will say he is the best thing about God of War Ragnarok. Some of the cutscenes in that game have been some of the most excellent that I have seen in video games. You'll see a couple of clips going around on on my channel. One in particular involving getting a new weapon in the game, and his conversation with one of the other NPCs during that scene was good shit. I might finish that here pretty soon. I think I'm getting close to the end, but yeah, very, very well deserved. It was a little shameful that they were kind of trying to play him off the stage. I know they're they're pressed for time, and they're trying to fit it all into a time slot. And it sounded like he wanted to thank a lot of people, and it was very important to him. But it was let the man have his moment. Um, Audio design, score and music. This one is odd to me with God of War Ragnarok. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, they reuse a lot of the music that was in the 2018 one. And good music though it is, like there's new music, sure. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that like Elden Ring didn't get that, or that one was a little baffling. I mean, it's a good game, God of War, but yeah, that one kind of took me by surprise.
I must add a piece on that as well. I was also surprised. I could have seen Yasunori Mitsuda doing it with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 soundtrack because he's Yasunori Mitsuda.
Mm-hmm.
However, Elden Ring kind of got snubbed on that one, and that score is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the main reasons that I really like the game is the music, and especially one boss fight in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a spoiler to say what it is, but
yeah.
There's one track in the game the soundtrack that I just adore. So I really think Elden Ring should have got that, but congrats to God of War.
Yep.
It's a good soundtrack as well, and I do like it, and it's authentic, and Bear McQuarrie is a great composer. So.
Yeah. He does an excellent job. It's just, reusing some of that same music. It just, it feels like it could have been done a little bit better, but that's just us. Best narrative, no surprise, that was God of War. As much lore and overall story as there are to find in Elden Ring, it's not as easily digestible to most people. A lot of folks today like to have their story presented to them in epic cutscenes and voiced dialogue, and I get it. So, and the story for God of War is excellent. The few gripes aside that I have about it, but if I were choosing, I probably would have picked Elden Ring, but I could see why God of War took that.
I'll agree with that.
Best game direction went to Elden Ring. The amount of work that went into making such a large world with so few bugs relatively. You didn't see dragons flying backwards into mountains, killing themselves. Looking at you, Skyrim. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, very, very well done. That was a tight one though. I mean, that could have went to God of War. But yep, Elden Ring, and comes to it, game of the year, our boy Elden Ring. Again, not surprised. This was one of the most talked about games of the year. This was one of the most played games of the year. This game generated so many memes and YouTube videos, and it really got into the gaming culture, or even pop culture as a whole, with with all of the memery and the different things. The thing I would say with God of War, what makes it lose that game of the year edge for me, are again the things like I said, some of the voice choices that they had. Odin is the one I keep going back to. It sticks out for me. The whole when he speaks and he sounds like a New York or Chicago mobster kinda, and it really just kind of kills the vibe for me. But yeah, Elden Ring very much deserved. Very, very well done game. I am slightly surprised, maybe jokingly or whatever, since it was the Keeleys that, something like Stray didn't win Game of the Year, because it always seems like these kind of shows, they'll give Game of the Year to the artsy game. Yeah, that's our main takes on the awards in general. Big surprises yesterday being, new trailer for Baldur's Gate 3 and the release month for that anyway. We don't have a specific date yet, but they've got their panel from hell coming up, I think, next week. So
yeah,
maybe we'll hear more about that. Maybe get a new trailer. There's a returning character from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 coming back to it. Baldur's Gate fans, I think, will enjoy. I won't spoil it here. Go watch the trailer.
I think there's also a second character, but
yeah,
I can't say for certain.
So looking forward to that. The new FF16 trailer, as
Amazing.
I said, yep, looks fantastic. I can't wait to play it.
Mm-hmm.
New Armored Core. I've never played an Armored Core. I've heard about it all over these years. Going back to like the PS1 days. So I don't know. It's coming out in 2023, but there was no gameplay shown for it. There was an entire CG trailer. So I'd be interested to see some gameplay for it. Coming from Software. I have, high hopes for it. Maybe it'll be good. I'll have to check it out. Death Stranding 2 was, I don't know, simultaneously surprised and not surprised. So we'll see how that goes. What the theme of the game is going to be. Hopefully we're not going to be delivering packages most of the time again. We'll see. I know, Teresa, you were hyped for the Bayonetta Origins.
Yeah, I know it's not it's a little more cutesy than Bayonetta usually is, but it looks really, really good if you're into that art style of game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Hades 2, Final Fantasy 16, of course. They showed a new trailer for Fire Emblem, which I'm interested in. Hopefully they fix the print text size. That would be nice, but they probably won't.
Back to those accessibility features we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to the new Zelda, because I like Zelda too.
I also like Zelda too.
Yes.
There's a gaming shame you can heap on me. A lot of people don't like Zelda 2. I like Zelda 2.
The one that really surprised me, and I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it, is the Dead Cells Castlevania.
Oh yeah. I want to check that out because I love Dead Cells, and it feels very much like a Castlevania game to start. So I'm very interested in this DLC, the Castle or the Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. The trailer looked neat. It was all just an animated trailer showing the main character plus Alucard and Richter versus Dracula, and I don't know, that I'll be interested to see what that's going to entail. Are we going to be able to play as Alucard and Richter? Are we just going to get their weapons? Are we going to get to go through Are we going to get to go through Dracula's castle as a whole mode of play? I sure hope so. That would be awesome. But yeah.
Another thing, also the new footage from the Mario movie.
Yes, I am very ready to see that movie. Chris Pratt's voice aside, which I don't think is the most awful thing in the world. Yes, it would be neat if it was Charles Martinet, or if they had Chris Pratt work on the voice a little bit more. But I still get big Super Show vibes off of it. I'm ready to go sit down and watch it. I'll go to the theater and go see it when it comes out. Uh, it looks good. Just watching that clip that they showed at the Game Awards where the toads are like going to the ATM to get coins, and it's playing like the do 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 do, and all the other little musical nods and different things. Like I want the soundtrack to the movie. I want that right now. Yeah, I think it's going to be so super good. I can't wait. I think we have covered just about everything.
I think we hit
Pretty
all
much. Yeah.
the games that we both, like you said, Diablo 4. It is Diablo 4. It's gonna get.
It's
Sorry.
it's going to get smashed by FF16, but also I'm sure I'll play it, but I'm not feeling like the excitement for it though. I don't know. Just I feel like Blizzard's going to screw it up somehow. You know, I think I'm going to wait a minute on that. Maybe in July or later on. I'll wait for it to go on sale before I pick it up. See how the game does when it comes out. Get an idea more what the end game is like. Do they completely screw it up Diablo Immortal style, or what are they going to do? Because if they do anything like that, I'm not going to get it. If there's micros to purchase, any skins or any of that, just come on. It's really getting tired. Let's not.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find out. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that covers everything.
So
congrats to the winners.
Yep. Congratulations to everybody who won. Oh, well, I guess we'll take a minute and talk about the weird kid that snuck up on the stage. He passed his stealth check, apparently, and just nonchalantly walked up on the stage and said that gobbledygook that he said. So that was weird. I wasn't sure if that was part of the show, but apparently he got arrested for doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. People are dumb. But I think that is that. So we're going to get on out of here, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Let us know what you think. Leave a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, all those neat things. Hit that bell icon, and we will see you out there.
Bye.